There's a wave brewing in Twitter, an attempt to profile Kalenjin communities because of William Ruto's failure. A day before yesterday, Miguna tweeted that William Ruto is intentionally destroying education in Kenya while he secretly airlifts Kalenjin students scholarships abroad. And sadly, even intellectuals like Wandi and Joya were retweeting the same sentiments. This is unfortunate because all of us know that scholarships are hard. It's a feat, very hard to get them. For instance, the Chevening scholarship that's offered in the UK, the acceptance rate currently is 2%. For 60 to 70,000 applicants, only 2% of that get to be accepted in these universities. So we know that that's not the truth. And the truth is, the reason as to why there are so many Kalenjins abroad is because of number one, Kalenjins had been segregated. No, they segregated themselves for a very long time against education. Let me tell you, during Moi's time, Kalenjin had been given these small privileges such that mtu anamaliza class 8 anaingizwa jeshi, mwingine anaekwa polisi hapo. Someone anamaliza form 4 ashapewa whichever the grade, ashapewa offer letter ya teachers college. Before amalize teachers college, ashapewa shule ya kwenda kufunza. Some of them even after form 4 they're just given these privileges, wanaenda kufanya kazi posta. They were just given these average privileges to an extent that there was no need of hard work. And if you think I'm lying, look at the doctors maybe who studied in the 80s, early 80s, who are now consultants. If you will find a Kalenjin, there are very few, because they didn't find a reason to excel exceptionally academically, because either way ungepata tu kazi ukiwa tu average. So by the time Kalenjins are waking up and realizing that the country is gone, Waluya, Wajaluo, Wakikuyu walisoma, it's late 80s, it's 90s, and then they grasped this thing very strongly and they decided to support their children. After before the thing of abroad starting, in the 2020, 13, 14, 15, 16, you will realize the majority of the students that were going to parallel programs were Kalenjin. Because by all means, Kalenjins wanted their kids to go to the university. Those who will not make it to go to the regular program, they were supported by their parents for the parallel programs. And then around 2015, issue ya abroad ikaanza kutokea. Wachache wakaenda US, some of them wakaenda Australia. Watu wanaenda Australia 2016, 17. Moja ashaenda, maybe shamba iliuzwa because it's expensive. Within 3 months, within a year, asharudisha wa shamba. What would you do if you are a neighbor? Sell another land, mtoto wako aende. Kama wajirani alienda within a year, asharudisha 1.5 acre yenye iliuzwa. Why don't you sell land? Support the kid financially, ashakuwa empowered, mentally ashakuwa empowered. And then we adopted ourselves, tukaanza kuangalia all neighbors, watu wanasomeshwa, watoto wanapita, watu wanaenda abroad, tunafanya mamichango, maharambe, everything and that. Watu wakaenda wapi? Watu wakaenda abroad. People are not risk takers. Angalia Eldoret. Why is it that we have so many scams in Eldoret? Because we have many agencies in Eldoret. They know that parents are willing to give everything they have to support their children to go abroad. If I go today, God forbid, if I go today to maybe where Kisumu or maybe where places, or maybe central places where people value land, na niseme okay, mtoto, there's a chance in the UK for your child to go and study to do their masters in the UK, but what you have to do, you need a budget of 1.6, 1.5 million. You have to sell a piece of land, maybe 1 acre. Tell me if your dad in Nyanza or in Central will sell that piece of land. It's hard. But Rift Valley sahi mpaka hata watu wa kununua shamba ndio shida. Because every parent is willing to dispose that land for their child to go abroad. We don't have jobs in Kenya. It didn't even start with William Ruto. At a time ya Uhuru, we didn't have jobs. All of us, we went abroad time ya Uhuru. There were no jobs. Time ya Kibaki, all of this president focused on things that will not bring productivity, will not create jobs for common mwananchi. Tell me the industries that were built mpaka time ya Moi mpaka sahi, they are not there. All of these presidents are concerned with things that are not creating jobs, while they are well aware that the population is increasing so much. So Kalenjins, number one, they are risk takers, and they realize that walikuwa nyuma sana academically. They are giving every input they get for the studies of their children. Hata wale hawana kitu, wale tu wako na eka moja, they will rather sell hiyo kabaki tu kapisi yenye ina hold nyumba, because they are guaranteed mtoto akienda UK, mtoto akienda US, mtoto akienda Australia, within 1 year or maybe 2, hii shamba itakuwa imerudi, kanyumba katakuwa kamejengwa, maybe utaanza kuangalia kagari kakipita kwa compound. So many Kalenjins are going abroad and it's not even a contribution of the government. Angalia the other time was Singishu, the government tried to help parents. Na ikawaramba. And that was not even the government, that was just county government, so we cannot say the government. Parents are sponsoring themselves. Ask people who have agencies. Vile wazazi wanapiga phone calls every day. They are asking which university is affordable, such that if I sell a piece of land, it's enough for a fee deposit, for visa fee, for everything, because they know this is a worthy investment. 1 acre itafanya nini na iweze panda nini? Itapanda mahindi irudishe. Huyu mtu kama anaunda 0.5 million in a month akienda abroad, ni shamba gani itakuwa inanipea that amount? Forgetting that, this also kid is also to benefit academically. So forget about profiling. Maneno ya kusema ati watu wako abroad sababu ya William Ruto, sababu ya sijui governor nani, sababu ya... No. Our parents are empowered. Walichelewa for a very long time and now they are not willing to take the risk for their children to remain behind again. They are willing to take the risk to send their children abroad. Kenye itafanyika ifanyike. And they have seen the products. So everyone who is willing to risk, fine and good. It's expensive. It's 1.5 to 2 million. That's what Kalenjins are doing. They are calling in for Rambes. They are selling their properties. But the result they are getting, I can tell you. You can see it's trending in Facebook all over. People are building houses for those who didn't have. Others are buying cars. Others wanapeleka siblings. The results are tremendous. So it's not about anything. It's not about the president. It's not about the governor. It's about community as a whole. Ukiangalia naiba pande unasikia huyo ako Australia, the other side ako Canada, huyu UK, huyu US. Utabaki peke yako kufanya nini? Even those who cannot afford to send them to first countries, they are sending them to Dubai, to Qatar, to Arab countries, and they are telling them to work hard. They can save something. After 4 or 5 years, you will move to the country of your dreams. So you find these Kalenjins also are hardworking. They go to Dubai or wherever. Maybe the pay rate is not that high, but they save. By 4 years, they have enough money to go to Australia, to go to UK, to US. And they change the life of the entire community, of the entire family, and their lives. So Kalenjins, big up. Continue sending your children abroad. It's worth it. And other communities kindly emulate. I've seen recently, tumeanza kukuja water, at least we are balanced. But for in the UK, 80%. The people who came from 2020 mpaka sai 80% ni wakale. Why? Mbona tunaacha hizi resources ziko in these countries zipite tu na one community? Eventually in the next 20 to 30 years, one community will be benefited economically. Because ukiangalia area, unaona, it's highly developed. While these vacancies, while these chances are open if you can risk. Anyway, that was not the thing.